Hello everybody, my name is Digital Cake, and welcome back to Factorio. So in between episodes, I built a couple of things. Like us getting attacked. That happens about every day. This up here, it basically controls the oil, because I used to have the processing down here, but it took up way too much space in my base, so I just shoved it up there, and now it contains everything, and pumps everything over to here. Of course, I'm also making solid fuel of the petroleum and light oil. And with the heavy oil, I'm making lubricant. Also, we have a flamethrower and flamethrower ammo now. So, oh yeah, that, and I also made a couple hundred grenades. We only have 300 grenades, so yeah. I also extended and got rid of all of these worthless piece of crap holes of water around, and we got attacked once again. So I decided I'm going to take my flamethrower and go start burning down every single hive that I see that is even potentially a threat. Like this one, right here. This one's a massive threat, and we're gonna go burn it down to the ground. Yay. Alright, let's get started. Hold up. First, we want to pick up a science before we go. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely want to do the engine. Although it's not going to be fully researched because I don't have enough of either science. Alright. I would bring us through my power situation, which I had to update to 20 engines, but I run at like 30 frames or less without recording, and recording drops my frames about 10. So yeah, let's go deal with some enemies with grenades in our hands. I have a feeling this is going to be very... Oh, jeez. I just created a brush fire. Ah, much better. Looks so much nicer now. Alright. So now I just get to wait for the flame to subside. It looks so nice now. Alright. So now what hive should we deal with? Ooh, yeah, we're gonna want to deal with this one right up here. So we gotta go up this way. And why I'm dealing with this one, even though it's not in our range of pollution yet, if it is, it might immediately attack the one thing I don't want it to attack, which is the farms that I have for oil. Oh, Jesus. Whenever you have a problem, just use a flamethrower. Oh, look, autosave. Hi there. Go ahead, autosave. Yeah, it usually takes a lot less time while I'm in my base. I think it's because I'm outside of my base while I'm autosaving. Oh, and those are not, the normal biters either. Much better now. It looks so much nicer. Now, the only problem with doing all of this is every time I destroy hives, the evolution meter, I don't know exactly, can't exactly show you what the evolution meter is, because it requires F3, I think? I don't remember the button, and I don't want to mess with this game, because you start messing with the game, the game starts telling you stop. And yeah. So there was a bit of an update for the software recently that I've been using. Came out yesterday. So I didn't actually get to use it in yesterday's recording. Only because yesterday's recording was actually recorded on Friday. Very ironic, don't you think? Again, I'm terribly sorry that I had to pre-record that one. But there was a valid reason. It's mainly because I was at the dentist, and I don't think anybody would have wanted me coming back talking while I'm completely looped. I'm not going to be on anesthetics or anything like that. No, that's a bad idea. Alright, so we still have a bunch of flamethrower fluid. Which is good. Now, what else should we do with this flamethrower? Because, well, now we have it permanently added. Also, I've switched over to using solid fuel, which is a lot better than coal. Jeez. See, and this is where the solid fuel gets collected. It comes from up here where all the lubricant's stored from the heavy oil. And or the petroleum. Yeah, the petroleum and the light oil is both turned into heavy oil. Of course, I'm probably going to want to set up another one of these things, because this is slow. Trust me, just super slow. And I have 5 tanks for each of them. So these are the normal standard pattern that I'd like. And then this one's messed up because it comes out the middle and I can't exactly fit 5 tanks in between. Actually, I could, but look very weird. Now look, I'm getting attacked again. Surprising. Not really anymore. Oh yeah, I fixed up the hole. Yeah, but no, my computer doesn't seem to like this area right here. Although there was a recent update, and now we're in beta test 13.15. So now we're no longer in 13.13, now we're in 13.15. I don't exactly have the change log pulled up in the size bit, but I hear there were some pretty big changes. I've also been making both these farms gather stone. And then I'll use the stone for landfills, which I'm slowly filling up all the water that's within my base. And then I use all this brickwork to build pathways. And what I mean by that is I'm just eventually going to build my entire base with this as its floor. So I'm just coating this everywhere. And I've also changed everything over to steel furnaces in between episodes, which is very useful. The writers have been working a lot for quite a long time. I set this thing up. I don't exactly know what to call it. Mainly because it's considered an abomination by me. But as you can see, originally in the last episode, our power was up to about right here. And now it's dropped down to about here. Let me show you the, our... Yeah, we ran out of power here. This was, of course, in between episodes when I set up the second grid part. And right here is, it happened within the recent hour. Right here is where I had this spike over here for kicking on all the assembly machines for a couple minutes just to reset the system. Now, the other thing that I want to also assess is this right here. This right here, this little bump up, is actually when I added in some steam engines. Crap. Power grid. Power. Now this is production. Power. Alright. Now, when it says consumes hot fluid, I think that you can actually also use, like, the light oil and stuff. I don't officially know, but it would be interesting. Anyway, back to an hour. So this was when I added in 5 new engines, and then I added in another 5 over here. No, this is where I added in the first 5 engines, and then this is where I added in the rest. The other 5. I'm also been sitting around waiting for the game to just, you know, give me enough landfills to start actually doing something. There we go. Almost filled in an entire area. Like, for example, I filled in all of the miniature lakes that were here, that were very irritating. I would really love to keep as much water outside of my base as possible. I just want my walls in front of it. So, like, this area, I'm going to keep that area. I'm just going to have my walls be able to extend across. In this area right here, definitely going to make sure all that water's still there. I am going to build a wall around that eventually and put up a bunch of turrets. Right now I only have 2 turrets defending... Heck, and that's only defending the pump jacks. Alright, there we go. Had to find the word for them. But recently production's been quite up. We've also been gathering quite a bit of alien artifacts. Considering we've been wiping out so many aliens, it's ridiculous. And also, in between episodes, I did logistics too. Of course, I did fluid handling and landfill. Although I would like some other things eventually upgraded. Sorry about the yawning every once in a while, but I'm a bit tired. There we go. Now these steel furnaces run a lot faster than the stone furnaces. Although they do indeed consume a bunch. And when I mean consume, I mean actually produce. Sorry. They produce a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, bad stuff. I've also considered building another base up here in this massive ocean and just have one individual teensy tiny walkway, and I just have it heavily guarded. That way they couldn't attack me from any direction except one, and I can just have a bunch of turrets facing that way. Of course, we're getting very close to trains, which are my favorite. Right here, trains. And then after that we can get automated rails, which we can get cargo wagons and train stops. And then we can also get rail signals. Yeah. I don't know what rail signals do other than what they say. But I do know how train stops work, basically. I don't know exactly how advanced I know of knowledge worth covering, but in my multiplayer world, actually not at my last multiplayer world with Sir Lucy, you should go check him out. He's one of my buddies listed on my main page. He doesn't have any uploads. I don't know why. He's still getting into recording. I encouraged him into doing it, mainly because he's just so weird. And everybody knows that the internet loves their weird people. But we got into trains, and our production was going pretty steadily upwards as technology was going great. We were producing a lot of materials, and then we got trains, and something hit us, and we were like, meh. And we just kept riding trains and trains and trains and trains and trains, and we did absolutely nothing to even remotely help ourselves. But before we go, which we have like 5 minutes, I'm going to flood both the systems with a bunch of iron and copper. And the systems, I mean, are the ones that produce the science. Mainly because we're going to need more science, as I proved. There we go. I actually doubt that we'll need any more stupid conveyor belts. Ugh. There we go. Mainly because it's just copper, and we don't need that much copper. There we go. I've also considered doing a tutorial on how to build both of these machines. Separately, of course. I'm not going to do it both in one video. Although it would solve a lot of problems, I'd rather not. There we go. More red science, and I have to go pick up the green science so we can finish engines. And then once we finish engines, then I'll let you guys go. Okay? Okay. I know you guys can't exactly respond to me, and I can't exactly hear you right now. But it's okay. We also have a bunch of ammo now. Decent amount of armor piercing ammo. Speaking of which, yeah, I'm just gonna fill up my gun. I have more producing whenever I can. Shotgun shells, not so much, only because I don't use my shotgun very much. And we can also make flamethrower turrets. Yeah. Although I hear they're broken, and pretty sure staff members have even confirmed that they are broken and that they will be fixed eventually. I hope they get fixed pretty soon because, well, flamethrower turrets are pretty cool sounding. Don't know about you guys. Hey, this finally died. Yeah, but we're going to need a lot of landfills. Which means, yeah, I also learned a couple other things, like aliens will leave their hive and about 3 chunks away. As in the map, you see these little areas where it's flashing with the pollution. That is one size of chunk, okay? And aliens will leave. Within 3 chunks of their base, they will build another base, and the base can get perpetually bigger. Which means I need to wipe out every and any hive near my base. Although that will also dramatically increase the evolution factor, and I might be dealing with the biggest aliens possible before I have modular armor. Which is really nice armor. Ugh. There we go. Now, alright. So engines is almost done. Well, engine is almost done. And ironically, I think it's, never mind. I was gonna say it's going to hit directly on time with my timer going off, but right now my timer's flashing out because now it's past 15 seconds over. But hey, I love spending time with you guys. Hey, and what should we do now? Oh, trains are so tempting. But I think I'm gonna do plastics, only because plastic plastics allows us to get to advanced electronics, and advanced electronics allow us to get to modulars, or modules, and modules will allow us to get to these things, and the speed modules are overpowered, mainly because these things increase the speed of every machine by 20%. So yeah, definitely plastics. And now that I have overstayed my welcome, according to my phone anyway, I'm going to gather the materials that we have so far produced in these science producers, and I'm going to go flood the system with science so I can just leave the game running in the background while I render and upload the video. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Alright, I'm going to tell this timer to shut up. Alright, I'm glad you guys didn't hear that. And for, I don't know, another 2 weeks, we will be uploading at noon. After that, I don't know the recording and uploading time because I'll be starting school on the 30th, and well, then my entire recording schedule and uploading schedule will be completely thrown out of whack. I don't know what else to do, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, and if you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe and check out just the channel in general, the playlist. Of course, everything's going to be added to the playlist. And see you guys. This is Digital Cake. Bye.